You're trying to get better at the multiplayer side of Call of Duty Cold War, and I can help. Today, I will be bringing you 5 of the top tips and tricks that you need to know to improve at Call of Duty Cold War multiplayer. Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Disrupt Gaming Call of Duty Cold War video. Today, I will be showing you guys how to instantly improve at the multiplayer aspect of Call of Duty Cold War just with 5 simple tips and tricks. So if you're looking to increase that KD and start winning more in multiplayer so you can show off to your friends that you're actually good at a game, then be sure to stay tuned because these are 5 of the best tips and tricks you need to know. All the pro players use them and you should be using them too. So starting us off for today, we have a simple, easy tip. Just put stem shot into your loadout. So what the stem shot does in this game is it will automatically bring you to 100 health. And it's really important that you run it in Call of Duty Cold War because we all know that the time to kill in this game is pretty long. And along with that, the health regen is not too friendly. When you get shot, it takes ages to heal up, and that's where the stem shot comes into play. You can easily go ahead and pop it, finish your shot, or finish your fight, and then later on, it's going to automatically load up and it's going to restock so that you're able to use it whenever you get into your next gunfight and you take some damage. So if you're able to utilize the stim shot correctly, you will be able to instantly increase your KD because you're not going to die as much. So those fights where it's kind of iffy, where you get one kill, but then you're waiting to heal up or for your health to regen, and you can't pick those fights, the easy fights that you could get if you were full health. Like maybe somebody runs up on top of you and you're just waiting for your health to regenerate, and you can't really do anything about it if you don't have stem shot. So that's why I would do that, because it increases your KD by limiting the amount of times that you die. And we all know that you want to die as little as possible and get as many kills as possible. And one last topic that I need to talk about this stem shot is that it works a bit differently in from the Modern Warfare version. So if you guys played Modern Warfare or Warzone for that matter, you know that you use stem shot mainly to get that stamina to sprint faster, because that's what you want. Movement is key in every Call of Duty basically, and that's actually our next tip. But in Modern Warfare, we'd always use that stem shot less for the health and more for just the speed, the movement speed, and it was nice. But now that we're in Call of Duty Cold War, we already move so fast that the devs decided not to add that speed boost. So instead, we're just using it for health. That kind of turned a few players away from it. I know, those beginner players, they didn't think that it would be as good. But I'm telling you guys need to run the stem shot. And with that, let's go ahead and move into our next tip, and that's mastering the movement. And to be more concise, it's one main movement that you need to master, and that's sliding. I think that sliding is so overpowered in Call of Duty Cold War just because of the way it makes it difficult for your opposing player to shoot at you. If you're sliding on the ground, then they have to move their crosshair, which is probably close to head level, because any FPS, you want your crosshair to be generally at head level so you don't really have to move it. But then they have to move it down, and then they also have to track you while you're sliding. So it is so difficult, and I found myself dying a ton to players that were sliding in with shotguns that were able to just deal a ton of damage really quickly because they were beating me in movement. But as soon as I mastered the movement, I found myself doing that to other people instead of them doing it to me. So if you're looking to be that aggressive player, then this is such a good tip for you, because let's say that you're jumping around corners and people start to expect it. So now, what if we added that variation where we jump and then right when we're jumping around the corner, we slid? So that way, they expect us to be up in the air, but then we're down on the ground and they have to move their crosshair really quickly, but by that time, you should have already gotten the kill. So that's our second tip. Let's go ahead and move right into our third one now. So our third tip for this video is going to help you newer players out to the game, and that's to put on Ghost into any loadout you're running as soon as you unlock it. I'm pretty sure Ghost can be unlocked at level 17, and it is going to be so important to go ahead and pop this thing because the UAV is unlocked right when you unlock the game. Whenever you get the game and you load in, you will have a UAV ready, and you don't actually get that score streak through kills. It's not a kill streak, it's a score streak. So this means you earn scores and your points don't actually reset whenever you die. So it's basically continuously growing. So it's really easy to get UAVs, and you will see once you play a bit more, if you're a beginner player, that UAVs are all over the place. You're going to be seeing them a ton, and that means that other enemies will know your position, and that's just going to lead you to dying even more. So go ahead and put ghosts on there so that you're hidden from those UAVs. It's really simple, but really effective. Go ahead and do that. Now on to tip number 4. So while we're on the topic of UAVs, why not go ahead and address our 4th tip, and that's to run the field mic as your field upgrade. I know that right when you look at it, the field mic might look kind of bad. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. When I first saw it, I was like, do I really need a field mic? But this thing is probably one of the most overpowered field upgrades you can unlock. It basically acts as a pocket UAV. So you're going to go ahead and place this, and you're going to see whenever players enter into the area. One thing that you do need to keep in mind, though, is that players know that the field mic is pretty overpowered, so they go ahead and try to shoot them whenever they're able to find them. So you really need to understand that you need to place the field mic in a good position. That's arguably one of the most important parts about the field mic. If you put it into the right position, then the enemy players won't be able to find it, and you're going to keep on being able to see exactly where they are. If you know where they are, you can plan accordingly and hopefully get those kills. And that's going to increase your KD because, like we said earlier in the video, you limit the deaths, you increase your kills, you increase your KD. So if we can increase that KD, then that means you're getting better at Call of Duty. And I'm going to face it to you. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. If you can get more kills, then you're improving at the game. That's how you can easily track if you're improving. If you're able to dominate lobbies, you get put into harder lobbies because of skill-based matchmaking. So you're going to be able to notice whenever you're getting better because those lobbies that you're in will get even more competitive. That's going to be it for our 4th tip. So now let's talk about our 5th tip. Now this one is also going to be talking and adding on to something that we already talked about previously, and that is specifically relating to the time to kill being so much larger. We talked about how crucial it is that you are moving so that you're not getting killed. Like if you can master the movement, then you won't be getting killed as much. And if you run stem boost, then that will help because you can regenerate because it's a long time to kill. But we also need to think about that on the attacking level or the attacking mindset. And that's that we need to be hitting as many headshots as possible because headshots deal more damage. It's great. It lowers the opponent's damage even faster. But with the long time to kill, you're going to have to hit repetitive headshots. And it's so easy to forget this tip. And that's to have good crosshair placement. I feel like nobody says it as much in Call of Duty as like in a game like Valorant. But having a good crosshair placement in Call of Duty will allow you to hit those headshots really quickly for an opponent that isn't using the movement tip that we touched on earlier. And they're not sliding. They're just keeping their same head level around corners. And it can be really easy to get those kills if you have your crosshair already at head level, because then all you have to adjust is horizontally instead of vertically and horizontally. And we call it a day. So if you want to start just lasering kids, make sure that that crosshair is on their head to begin with, because once we start shooting, that's when recoil comes into play. But as long as we can hit that first shot with our crosshair already being on head level, then it will help you get the advantage in the fight on damage level, and then also just allow you to finish the kills even easier. Guys, those were 5 of probably the best tips and tricks for Call of Duty multiplayer you're going to find. So if you did enjoy that, be sure to subscribe with notifications on. And as well, leave a comment down below answering our question of the day. And that's, what level are you in Call of Duty Cold War? I would love to hear you guys' levels, so be sure to let me know. That's going to wrap it up for today's video. I appreciate all of you staying to the very end, and we'll see you all in the next one.